Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Whiskey Sour Libations and Conversations with your girl, Dom. Hope everybody had a great week and retrograde has finally come to an end. Now we're in the shadows and things are still super crazy, but that's neither here or there.
Mercury got her microwaves out, so we good.
Look, that voice that you hear, or if you're watching, that is my homegirl Ria, and she is new to Whiskey Sour, but Ria has her own podcast called Womanology, and you can catch me on
Oh,
2 episodes as we talk about the world of dating and the do's and the don'ts of dating. And check that out because y'all might really learn something from us because we be out here teaching y'all and educating y'all, and
mhm.
we're giving y'all the game. It's free. So
Take this
welcome,
free
welcome,
lesson.
free.
Right. I think I should charge sometimes because, I should do a class. I should
I
definitely do
always
a class.
I always say that. I was like, I think I need to do like an etiquette class so y'all can learn some manners because what's going on, and how did y'all learn this information? Or
Like,
I'm just saying. But
I'm
hey,
just,
girl, hey,
hey girl, hey. Thank you for having me on Whiskey Soured. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to have you here because we're gonna have so much fun.
Yes. So thank you for having me. Yeah. So I'm Ria. Womanology is my podcast from the SOLC network. And yeah, so we just gonna chat it up. Part one and part two, me and Don talked about some for real dating. So y'all
Yeah,
please go check that out. We got questions on what you're supposed to ask. We compared it to books. Y'all check it out for real. It's dope.
it is. It was such a great time, and I'm so excited to have you here. So we're gonna get into this mess. So speaking of dating,
Okay.
speaking of dating, I saw a meme yesterday from Sanctuary World. And Sanctuary World, y'all know I'm an Aquarius. So anything that is Aquarius related, I'm always checking out to see what they saying about us. So it was so funny. So it's a picture of Yara Shahidi, and it says Aquarius is when they date, when their date says, let's split the check. And baby, I was triggered. So I immediately hit you up and was like, I want you to come on the show. When can you come on the show? Because I need to talk about this and I need to clear the air because this has happened to me.
See, that's the whole thing. As a Capricorn, we known for money, but I'm not splitting no date. I'm not splitting no money for no date. Like what? Like
Girl,
what? Y'all be playing too much. Y'all just playing.
y'all, listen, know. I don't know what happens or what I be doing to these men,
Mm,
but this happened. And
okay.
it's funny because the situation with this person, this man that asked me this. Now, mind you, I want to preface this, guys, with it was not like we were out, we dined together, and we split this check.
Okay.
Because if that happened, I would have politely got up from the table and
Oh,
said,
definitely.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
This is the end of the road. Don't call me, don't text me. We're not even going to be friends.
I would have got up from the table, went to the bar if I was still hungry, and then he just would have been, I would have left him.
Yeah. No, but so this is what happened. So there was a guy I was dating,
Mm-hmm.
and this guy, and I want to be fair. I want to be slightly fair to him.
Okay.
Slightly. Um, he had spent a lot of money.
Okay.
There was no cookie involved. I
Okay.
don't believe that I have to put out in order to receive nice things.
No one
If there's
should.
some, yes. So if there's something that you want to do it. Don't do it with the expectation of you deserve this in
Mhm.
return. And it wasn't like I wasn't interested or dating this person. We did spend a lot of time together, but we just never made it there. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Actually, it's another bad date. That so let me tell y'all, it's multiple.
Girl,
I
so you
might
gotta
like
just spill the
traumatize it
tea.
myself.
You gotta just spill the tea.
I just realized that saying that aloud to you, I was like, oh, actually, there are multiple dates
Uh-huh.
within this particular person where things went awry. So one of the times, because this involves a trip, he asked me if I wanted. We met, and I want to let everybody know we met at a basketball game. He
Okay.
was a season ticket holder. Me and my girlfriends had went to a game. So like I'd say this in Ria's episode. Hey, go to a sporting event to meet men because you will meet somebody.
Get good seats too.
Yes. And there you have it. So we're at this basketball game. We meet, we hit it off. And then he hits me up and it's like, oh, do you want to go to Oklahoma for a playoff game? So I was like, oh, okay, cool. We go to Oklahoma. I am a person that likes to sleep on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Let me sleep. He wants to talk and get to know me. Yes, this is like our second or third date. You doing this. So cool. And I want to let people know I don't go places if I'm not gonna put out. I'm not that girl. Like, oh, you gonna do whatever. No, no, no. I liked him enough where I felt comfortable. One, to go somewhere that quick.
That's a pan we gotta put because don't be expecting nobody to go places and you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna give them a little nudge, a little
I
late night
I'm a
snack.
yeah, I if you invite me somewhere and I don't go, no, I don't like you. I'm not interested in you.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna say that. So I want to lead with that. So let's start there.
Okay.
On this flight, he is talking, and then this is an interracial relation dateship happening. So I asked
It's
him,
weird how to we gotta define so many things. Yes.
yeah, just so yeah. So this guy I'm dating,
Mm-hmm.
and I say to him, "Hey, have you ever dated a black girl before?" So he said yes. So I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool." And he was like, "Oh, why do you ask?" I was like, "Listen, let me tell you something about me. I'm an experienced baby. I'm a good time. You ain't gonna never have nothing better than this. What this situation is, listen, it's just letting you know."
Mm-hmm.
But he ended up saying that she was very exotic. So I was like, okay, what does that mean? That could mean a plethora of things. So I'm thinking ambiguously black, and this ambiguously like black girl. Maybe she Afro Latina. I don't know.
Filipino.
Maybe or maybe she's Somali or I'm thinking all these things like this, y'all. She was a black girl with a wig, and
I'm
and
sorry,
this
but
is
that's
no hate. This
exotic.
is not hating, but there was nothing exotic about it. I was like, oh, she's just a black girl with a weave. Like, I
Was
would
it a
lie
wet
on this.
wavy wig? Like the wet wavy kind.
It was kind of a wig that lets you know that it wasn't nappy, but it was like, okay, yeah, she definitely, I can see her dating white men.
So, oh, it was a bad wig.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like great.
Well, if it wasn't a bad wig, I mean, if it wasn't a good wig, then we know it can't be.
Well, she
It's
didn't look like she was in distress. I'll say that.
okay.
She
Okay.
didn't look like she was in distress, to clarify, if that helps with the visual. So whatever it was, fast forward in this conversation, this girl ends up pregnant. He That's a whole nother story. I have to tell y'all that whole date situation. But because then that's why I'm like, oh, maybe I like to traumatize myself. But whatever it was, I said to
Yeah.
him, oh, this is why I am celibate. And he said, darling, I think you're telling me you're a virgin. I said, no, I said what I said. I said I'm celibate.
Mhm.
And he said, if I knew you were celibate, I would have got you your own room. I said, no, if you knew I was celibate, we wouldn't be here on this trip. But mind you, I just want to say that he talked himself out of,
Out of some cookie because you
yes.
was already prepared to do it anyway.
Yeah,
See,
well, how
that's
did I
the
get
thing, niggas. And when I say niggas, I mean universal. Like y'all really be talking your way out of some, cause we be game, we be ready,
I was ready to bust it open and throw it back.
we be ready to do them cartwheels, and y'all can
Yes.
then talk yourself out of it.
So I'm sitting here and it's just so now we could get back to LA
Mm-hmm.
and we don't kind of talk for a little while, which is I expected it.
Okay.
But then we was kicking it again, and like I said, he's done a lot of nice things for me, and we never had sex. So I think fast forward to actually the job I just got laid off from.
Mm-hmm.
He hit me up and was like, "Oh, do you still like live near downtown? You want to go, get lunch or something?" I was like, "Okay, cool." He's like, "I got a meeting." So I sent him a restaurant,
That you want to go to?
excuse
Okay,
me, that
cool.
I wanted to go to. It's called Manuela. It's inside of a museum called Housing and Worth that's free to the public. The restaurant prices were like really, they were not like, oh my God, like
So a very
$60. Yes, so very fair. Like the
fair
salad may be like
restaurant.
$15.
Okay, so the bill would probably be like $35, $40 for both of
That's
y'all.
what it probably would have been, depending on what would have happened, what everybody would have
Gotcha.
ate or drank, if you
Mhm.
would have drank something or whatever. So nothing crazy. Um, and he hit me up and said, "Darling, are we gonna split the check?" And I said, "Huh?" He said, "I'm looking at the prices of Manuela." Now, mind you, money was not a thing for this person. Not that I was counting his pockets, but money was not a thing for this person at all. So, mind you, I'm at home, I'm getting dressed.
Mhm.
And he said that, and I said, split the check. I said, we've never split a check.
Exactly.
Why is that a thing now?
Exactly.
And he was like, I mean, this is just like really expensive. So I'm like, okay, what happened from you asking me? You
Mhm.
asked me. I found a place that I felt
Mhm.
like was reasonable, you know, also open at the
Mhm.
time you was talking about, because places will close randomly.
Mhm.
And now you asking me to go Dutch? Absolutely not.
Absolutely
Girl, I end up
not.
just saying, you know what?
The
It
way.
was it was nice knowing you, and take care, and I wish you luck on your dating journey.
Oh,
And
I
my
would have
sister
said that too.
said it was because I never gave him some sex. Because he would always say, darling, if I'm getting older, I don't, when are we gonna have some sex? And I was like, I don't know.
So I do believe your sister's probably because you never gave him no sex. But then again, I'm gonna be honest. Like, if it's $40, you ain't got $40, nigga. $40. You asked me to go out to eat, so you ain't got $40 for us to have some food for 45 minutes. Like, no, no. I'm so happy you kicked him to the curb. I would have just hung up the phone and not answered. He probably would have got blocked.
Oh, I did after that. We don't
Mm-hmm.
have nothing to talk about. Or you
Got
don't need
nothing
to
to
call.
talk about.
You don't have access to me. Because
None.
this particular guy is definitely worth the full episode of the shenanigans. But I'm not gonna put him out there today. Let's just say
Because
that.
I want to know the rest. Because if you ain't got $40 and you making what you want,
Girl, girl, he
girl,
had $40. He thought I was a 40 fool.
these
He
niggas.
thought I was a fool. He thought he was
Mm-hmm.
gonna finally one up me. And he did
Mm-hmm.
not. He thought I was gonna just say, oh, okay, that's cool. No, I got food at the
No,
house.
no, absolutely not. Okay,
$40.
so let me tell you what I probably. Okay, so let me just put on my little hat and think about this situation, right? So, so let me ask you this: did you all kick it after the Oklahoma trip?
Yes, multiple times.
Oh,
There
you
was a
guys kick it
conversation
after.
there.
Okay.
There was a Rhea. There was a conversation of if we dated for a year, he would start paying my student loans.
And he ain't got $40
Girl,
for
he
a
like I
meal.
said, he thought he listen.
I'm speechless because how you gonna tell me you gonna pay my student loans? We are here kicking it after Oklahoma, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, out of the sky blue, you decided to so we can pay. Like we splitting the checks and I can pay.
No, it really is what my sister said. I'm a
Did he
hundred
go
percent.
bankrupt or something?
No,
Like,
listen, if
I'm
whatever, no,
confused.
he did not.
Yeah, I gotta take
He
my glasses off here. I know I can't see.
no, it's
I know
really
I
it's
can't
it's
see. These are not
really.
play glasses. These are for real prescription.
I knew you was gonna get a kick out of this. I knew you was gonna get a kick out of it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's just hilarious because you just like, oh shit, like this is crazy. Like
I can't
you,
believe this. See, okay, so do you feel like you vetted him properly? Like, remember you talked about like vetting. Do you feel like you vetted him properly as far as like a cool date?
yeah.
I think you
This
did
is
too. So where the
no.
fuck you
Here's the
come
thing.
from? Okay, go
This
ahead.
is like years, like, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say a couple years after the
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma incident.
Okay.
So let's say the Oklahoma incident was like May 2020 2000. I was what? I was at Saks. I got let go in 2016. So what was this like 2014? We met
2014.
2014,
Okay.
2015.
Okay. So you weren't 30 yet, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because I turned 30. I turned 30 in what 2020? No, 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 no. That's a lie. Oh, but listen, there's so many years
The
2020 that are
reason why
just
I asked, I'm just like, okay, so you still like young and
no, no. I'm telling you though, my sister's absolutely right
I
because
believe her. I really
yeah,
think that you
it's
thought
the
that you
sex
was gonna
thing,
like
but it was
manipulate him into
it
some
was the
sex.
entitlement of my coochie to
Girl.
you. Like you felt so entitled. I thought you was just being kind, so I was seeing how long I could hold out. And if I had to do anything, sometimes these men just want company and they want to date and have, wine and dine people and have a good time. And again, it wasn't like I wasn't attracted to you. It's just you, because we ended up having a conversation about what happened. Because he was like, I had you at my house and we had some sex. And I say, yeah. I said, so actually, I said, let me be honest with you. This
Hmm.
is what turned the faucet off. And I
Okay.
told him, I said, I'm a person I'm a firm believer in everything doesn't need to be said. And so you have to use discretion with people, especially when you are dating women,
Hmm.
and women that are very aware, hyper aware, sensitive, use discernment. I said, you didn't need to tell me that story. What was the point of you telling me that story? Because the part that, I get you not wanting a baby by somebody that you casually having sex with, but that also means that you have to be sexually responsible. You're too old to be sexually
Gotta have sexual
irresponsible.
discipline as well.
Yep.
I think sometimes men they lack sexual discipline because, as you said, they feel entitled to as much as I spend, then that's I'm supposed to get it because I'm spending money. But
Right.
that's not how it's supposed to go. That's not this is you're
Exactly.
not entitled to my body. And then you're supposed to be disciplined like anyone else supposed to be disciplined. You a grown ass man, so that means that you can't discipline your own self. Go.
Exactly. Then, and then he had made a comment. He said, well, if it was you, I would have let you have my baby. And I was like, that doesn't make me feel good.
I was about to say, why do guys say that? Like, oh,
Yeah. I was like, that doesn't
I
make me
do
feel
not
good.
feel like, and I've had that not compliment. I had that comment, and I want to make sure I say this correctly. I had that comment made about me, like, "Oh, I want you to have my baby." That's not a compliment.
It's not a
That's
compliment.
not a compliment.
At
Having a child and being your wife are totally different things. That's not a compliment. I had
it's
that
not.
comment made to me, and I was like, "You think I'm just out here trying to waiting to get pregnant?" No,
No, not at all. And that was the crazy thing. And so I explained it to him. I said, you don't need to repeat that story to
of
anyone.
course not.
I was like, that's something you honestly just take it to the
You
grave.
know, some things you don't need to. Actually, you know what? Don't even take it to the grave. Tell me like a 5 year anniversary or something like that
I
where we
don't
like
even,
do
but what does that do for me? Nothing.
absolutely nothing. You just wanted
Absolutely
to
nothing.
say, okay, so maybe he just wanted to say like he is kind of hip because he dated somebody with a bad wig before.
Maybe, but like all you had to say was, yes, I have.
That's
And then
all.
leave it
That's
at
it.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, oh, I had an interesting experience, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah, 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 blah. And like, I move on, but and leave that out. Like, oh, like yeah, a couple times or no. And then it just be that. But the extra rah rah, I was like, Jesus, take the wheel.
Girl, I couldn't do that. Okay. So that was a horrible dating story. So one thing that I can say about that, and we kind of dissected, is like the audacity. That's what comes to mind.
And I know, like, here's the thing: if people's like,
Audacity.
you to see him again. I'm like, yeah, but it was like it was sporadic. It was like kind of spread out. Then there were periods where we would like kick it for like tough for a minute,
Uh-huh.
that happened. I was like, wait, how did we get here from that? Like that's craziness.
So what made y'all like go into, I call it turtle shells, right? Because sometimes y'all hang out and then y'all go into your turtle shells because you know y'all don't be hanging out and then y'all go right back out. So what made y'all like go in and out and in and out and not necessarily define a relationship?
I would say because he a Libra.
Not Libras. Remember we said don't talk about Libras. Ah,
If
Libras.
I'm being honest, that's what it was. Because listen,
But
I
you
told you
Aquarius. Y'all supposed to get along with Libras.
we supposed to. I'm supposed to be with a Libra. That is what.
Yes.
But no, it's a no for me. It's
Yeah.
a no for me
It's a
because they
okay.
just do too much and not enough at the same time. I
Mm.
said what I said. They do too
And you
much and not enough at the
the
same
same.
time.
Well, he
That
definitely
is
did
a
too much
Libra.
and not enough at the same time. He definitely did. So we gonna call it like it is. The audacity of this man.
And also,
And
he ended up being closer to my dad's age. I like older men.
I
I
think
don't
he
need
probably
you to
likes it.
be you have to be like 10 years younger than my daddy or 11 years or or more.
How old is old to you? Like
So
old.
at that time we were
Because you was in your late 20s.
so I was in my late 20s, yes.
Mhm.
And it didn't even cross my mind to ask him how old he was.
Okay.
And then when oddly enough, when we were in Oklahoma, I was talking about, oh, we're planning a 60th birthday surprise party for my dad. He said, oh, your dad not much older than me. And I was like,
Mhm.
how old are you?
So that's
And
when you
at that
probably
time, I
like,
believe he was like 59.
girl. Oh,
Girl,
I don't know how you like these old ass men like that because I don't want nobody old
I
like that.
didn't
I'm
know.
closer to 50. Well, I'm not 50, y'all. Let's get it straight. But what I'm saying is that in me, I am 40, and I still wouldn't date no 59-year-old man. I don't
So
know.
is it okay to say that I have an ex that just turned 60?
Let me put a pin in that because before this shit happened with Shannon Sharp, that nigga fine.
I said, okay, until he,
Before
oh,
this shit happened with Shannon Sharp, that nigga fine.
I said, see, I feel like I like his build. I could date a guy like that, but
Or Deion Sanders.
I just felt like I could not. His speech impediment doesn't bother me too much,
Mm,
but um, that I said not too much. I didn't say it did not. I said not too much.
I
As
didn't think about the speech impediment until you just said it. Now I'm kind of retracting my word
no, it was. Let me tell you what turned me off from him.
because he
So
does have a
not
speech
somebody saying
impediment.
that he looked like Barney, but it was how he yelped one day, and he did the Barney like it was like he did the same Barney
He
laugh,
said
and
he
that
looked
turned me
like
off.
Barney.
And I was like, I can't do Shannon Sharp. I
Oh
can't.
my
But
gosh.
I always said, I said, hey, had he called me, this wouldn't be a problem.
Had he called me too, this wouldn't be a problem. Cause Shannon, but I know he looked like, well, not look like, but I didn't know he had that speech impediment until you mentioned it, and I'm like, oh yeah, he definitely has
He
that
come on
speech.
now. He talk. He got lists kind of.
He kind
He
of
talk.
does.
He
See,
talk with his
sometimes
tongue.
I think that it's the southern accent, right? Because he has a strong southern accent, and
Yes,
so now when you put the two together, I'm like, oh, ugh,
he has a speech impediment.
he has a speech impediment. So now,
Yeah.
so Deion Sanders though, and
Okay, that's different. Prime time must be the money. And if
Prime.
it listen, I know Karuchi said that she don't go out with him. I don't believe that,
Girl, I don't believe that at all.
girl. Because let me tell you something. I was like, oh, I still got a chance because I done had a crush on Deion Sanders since I was a kid.
I didn't had a crush on Deion Sanders since I was a kid, and if he was in the hospital, you think I won't be Karuchi
Because I
Tree?
was like, money, the money.
I would be right at the bedside on the video like she did. I would be just like Karuchi. Can I tell you that I would be making sure, talking to the doctors, making sure he has everything he needed. Girl, don't play with me.
See,
Don't play with me and Deion Sanders.
but see, and um that's why I was like, you want me to believe that you doing all that crying and talking about y'all don't go to y'all just really good friends. And like I just can't even believe Tracy Edmonds even confronted her asking her. Like that's just so why is that your business?
I think
Like
she
y'all
was.
are over and done as the beginning of freaking Destiny's Child Emotion says, over and done. But I'm
No,
guessing that heartache lives on inside because how are you gonna do that?
it still
But
hurt.
enough about that. In my story, what is one of your terrible dating
So I
stories?
was waiting for you to call me on. Call on me. Call on me. So,
I
okay.
thought you were just gonna slide in. You really had the floor.
Girl, okay. So I had went on this date, right? And so it was just one of this guy, and we have been kicking it. It's been so cool. Like we were kicking it. We did a day trip. It was so much fun. Okay. And it was
Mm-hmm.
like a little summer love. It was kind of
Okay.
like 20. I come back to it. But anyway, it was like a little summer love. So it was really cute. So we was kicking it, we was having fun, everything. We were going on dates. Okay. So one time we were supposed to go on this date, right? And it was really weird because then I wasn't hearing from him like I was hearing from him before. And then I was like, okay, well, no problem. I had kind of just left it alone. Okay. So then he was like, okay, so do you want to meet up and have dinner? I'm like, okay, cool. So I picked the place. And then St. Louis is this one place. Oh, I've been there before. I know how to get there, but I don't exactly know the name. But it's in
Okay.
Dogtown or something like that. It's
Okay.
down the street from one of the elementary schools in St. Louis Public. It's in a really nice area. So, and it's like a bar. They have a brunch. The food is amazing. So I picked there and I'm all cute and everything, and my little cute outfit and my little skirt and my little boots and my little, I was so, so cute. So then he shows up 30 minutes late. But here's the reason why I waited, because I actually showed up 15 minutes late. So I'm like, okay,
Okay. Okay.
right. Because I actually showed up 15 minutes late. So I'm like, okay, my bad. Cool. He said he's going to be whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm 15 minutes late. That's a grace period. No problem. So then he had texted me. He was like, oh, yeah, I'm coming around the corner. So this was not 30 minutes, like 20 minutes late. So then we order food, right? Well, I order food. Can I tell you this mother beep 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 came into the now mind you, I told you I was cute. I'm too cute. Got my little skirt on, got my little boots, got my little horse. I'm baby, I'm fine. He coming here with the dirtiest sweats, the dirtiest hoodie. Now it's a hoodie in the summertime. When I remember I said my little boots, but you can kind of wear boots in the summertime, not like over the knee boots, but like it was like a little cowboy boot. It was cute. Anyway, and it was kind of transitioning from summer to fall, so it was like the end of August, September. So whatever. Anyway, so he came in with the dirtiest sweats, the dirtiest hoodie, the dirtiest sneakers. I was like, mm, what do
Did
I
he
do?
smell?
He didn't smell at all. I was just like, what did I do? What did I do? Like, ugh. I was like, this is not the same person. Now, mind you, when we been dating, he would be in slacks or his jeans. Like, he would be dressed to the nines. But then you coming up looking dirty and dingy as hell. He did not smell, but he did,
It
he
looked like he
smoked.
smelled.
He looked like he smelled, but he smoked. And I'm like, okay, but I've been on he smoked, so I wasn't tripping about that. That's the only thing I wasn't tripping about, but I was tripping about that appearance because, like I said, from head to toe, dirty, dingy, looking a hot ass motherfucking mess. Okay. So here's the other thing. So we get to the table. Like I said, I'm
Okay.
already there and I'm ordering and everything. And I'm like, I can just get my food set out. Can I tell you, this motherfucker had the nerve to wait for me to pay? I'm sitting here. So because he didn't get anything. So I'm sitting here. You know when they say, and I look at her and he look at me, and I look at her and he look at me, we looking at each other like this. I'm looking, he looking. I'm like looking, he looking. I'm looking around. He looking around. I said, "Oh, okay. I'm not budging." He ended up paying though. But yes, he had the nerve to sit up there and be like, and I looked at her and she looked at me and I looked at her. I'm like, mm. Needless to say, needless to say, okay, got my food to go. He walked me to my car and I said, okay, great. See you later. Bye. And I didn't say nothing else to him at all. It was over and done. I was like, this is the worst date of my life. But here's the other thing. Let me give you some more tea. Out of this date, I've never had like a horrible date. Like like a really, really, really bad date. So this one took me like I don't know, like out of my norm because I was like, not only are you looking for me to pay, but you showed up looking like dicks. I was heated. I was so, so mad. And I was just like, you know what? I was just very gracious. Now, that's one thing I was. I ain't cut somebody out. I ain't make no
Right.
scene. But I was very gracious. I was like, okay, yes, thank you, all this other stuff. And then after I was gracious, and then that's it. And we didn't see each other.
So no one hit anybody up, or did you block him?
I didn't block him. But he did hit me up and say, hey, thank you. I'm so sorry. And all that other jazz. And I said, oh, no problem. And I left it. And I ain't talked to him since.
Have you seen him just randomly since then, or no? So crazy. I wonder.
Yeah, I know
This
St. Louis small, so it had to be, I don't know, maybe he don't even live here no more.
no, that now that is very possible, but that's just so weird. Like, how do you just show up and just say, "Oh my god, like, sorry about my appearance. I got caught up at the gym, or I was out running errands, just and I lost track of time, and so
This was
instead of going
not
home."
Aaron clothes. Because even sometimes dudes with Aaron clothes look somewhat okay. This was like, I don't know, maybe I'm moving. I don't know what type of clothes
But
it
that's
was.
what I was like. You was doing something where you lost track of
Girl,
time and you was in them clothes, or maybe he had a manic depressive episode. Okay, and see that's the queer to me making something out of nothing.
it could be a little bipolar, but you're right, man, and depressive. But I'm just saying, do you know how embarrassing that was? Oh, I forgot. I left out this part, y'all. I know the part I left out. So we sitting at the table, and he's talking to the people next door. I mean, not next door, but next to us. Oh, wow, that looks like a great chicken breast. Wish I could have a great yum 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 chicken breast. I'm like, you are so embarrassing. Literally,
Maybe he had a money. Like you talking about the $40.
girl. He paid for that food, okay?
I mean, that's the least he could do for.
After showing his ass like that, show his whole ass. So that was I was very afraid because that was a date. Not afraid. I wasn't afraid, y'all. I wasn't afraid of him. But I was very like taken back because I'm like, damn, I've never had a horrible date with him, but I've never had a horrible date in the first place. And then it what really took me back is like, when you think about it, like I said, we have been having a good summer love, little routine. Like I was with him, he was with me. We was just going on day trips. Like we was having a good summer love routine. And then nigga, you fucked it up. You fucked up the whole thing. But I think this is what I think happened. So I think like sometimes summer flings be ready to end and don't nobody know how to end it because we know this not supposed to go further than what it was. So I think he probably did that on purpose. So he can end it and not feel bad.
I also think it's weird that you just like I can appreciate him like kind of apologizing
He did
and
apologize
realizing,
that morning, the next or
yeah,
the next morning. He did.
and but also in that it's just weird that you haven't even seen him, and this happened like several years ago.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think it's I don't even think he live here anymore. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he live here anymore because had he still lived here, then we would have ran into each other only because, we're the same age range. We would be, I don't want to say be around the same people, but be in the same environments. We like out events, things like that. So of course I would have saw him, but I just don't
Yeah.
think he lives here anymore. So therefore, that's why I haven't ran into him. So that's one dating woe, right? And
Uh-huh.
so here's another dating woe. So I remember, um, well, it's similar to paying for dates, but not really. So this one guy I was dating, right? Okay,
Uh-huh.
so this is so bad, y'all. This is on me. So this one guy I was dating. This is on me. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, this kind of bad. So he had got back in town, and he was like, he had came from Atlanta. And he was like, hey, I'm coming in at 8 o'clock. I need you to be ready at 9 o'clock. I'm getting off the plane. I already got my clothes on. I'm gonna be at your house at 9 o'clock, and we gonna go. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm excited. Like, oh, he said be ready at 9. Da, 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 da. I got my clothes on.
Mhm.
Again, looking too cute. I don't know why this is a summer too, but this is another
You have a
summer.
lot of summer loves.
Babe, well, this wasn't a summer love. This is just like a little summer date. But anyway, so I'm too cute in my little mini and my little tee, everything. He comes and picks me up. And so we go bar hopping in St. Charles. And so you know how St. Charles Main Street,
Mm-hmm.
um, this was Saturday night. So we go eat and then we go bar hopping. Okay, so we eat and everything, and I probably didn't eat too much. And then we getting shots at this bar. So he taking his shots, and then I'm sipping mine and pouring them out.
Girl, I love a good throw behind me. Like, yeah. And then
let
go
me
fast. I'm like,
let
woo.
me
Like
give
how
y'all
your
this
arm
shot.
up.
Okay, so he got pissed,
Girl,
y'all.
I stay doing that.
He got pissed. Let me tell you. So we get to the bar. I'm like, okay, shot. And he's like, what you do? I'm like, nothing. I'm just too drunk. We go to the next one. Again, dummy. Back another drink.
Oh, girl, or you could have just been clumsy, like, oh my God. Like, when you had,
Girl, when I say them, so needless to say, y'all know shots are very expensive. So I think I probably wasted a lot of money. That's probably why he was pissed at me. That's probably why
girl,
he was pissed at me because he was like, I done bought her dinner and like 5 shots and she didn't throw them.
I was so afraid that you was going to say that you had threw up. I
Mm-mm.
was so afraid that you was like, oh my God, no, 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 no. No. I was so afraid.
No. So I did. That happened to me before.
On a
Not
date or just,
on
oh, no, no, no.
date. Not on a date. Not on a date. Kind of like a
Okay,
group
so wait,
thing.
wait, wait.
Not on a date, but kind of like a group hangout. So it wasn't a date. It was like a group. We hanging out, and then I excused myself to the restroom, and then I vomited, and then I came back, and nobody knew. So that's I'm like it was kind of one of those things, but it
Okay,
wasn't.
that don't count. That don't count. I thought it
I'm
was
like,
like
what
you was
the
outside and you was like, yeah, girl. Like,
hell?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you want to know what's crazy is
Hmm.
I don't think I know I don't have a lot of like I don't have this long log of bad dates, right? There's
Hmm.
just particular moments that just stick out. It's just like the guy in the money situation. And then I'm trying to think of this other situation that happened, and a lot of the stuff like happened to me out here, just because I'm gonna say my formative adult years. I moved to LA when I was 22.
See, mine happened in my 20s. So a lot of
Okay.
my right, mine happened in my 20s. So a lot of this is like 20-year old.
Hmm.
So this wasn't like 30 or 40-year old. This was like 20-year old. Hmm.
Yeah, I would say an interesting bad date that I had, and it was interesting because I met this man. I was walking down the street, going to Rite Aid in Beverly Hills on a break.
Okay.
And I was on the phone talking to my homegirl Nyla, and this just came up. And I was like, oh, this man in front of me, and he's like, keep walking the south, and I need him to go. Because you remember the episode of Girlfriends where Joan had the boyfriend that was wearing the girdle because he had hit.
I
So that's what me and my homegirl Nyla called this man
remember.
hips.
Girl, the big booty Marcus.
Yes.
Okay.
So I can't even remember what hips real name is
Yeah.
because we was calling him hips. So whatever it was, and this is Nyla's fault, low key, that I went out. Nyla, this was your fault.
Oh, Nyla.
So Nyla, whatever it is, like he stops me, and I end up like you kind of get caught. And as women, we have to be very aware of surroundings.
We
And it
definitely got to
wasn't
be
that I did not
self-aware
feel
at all
safe.
times for safety.
Yep, exactly, for safety. But it's broad daylight, but people have gotten mugged in broad daylight.
Hmm.
So I end up giving him my number, and Nyla looks him up. And he was like an exec somewhere at like HSBC or what, like one of those types of banks.
Hmm.
So she's like, you kind of got to go out with him. So we go out one day. This is the one and only date. And we go to a space where I frequented when I would get off of work or go to lunch. So I knew the bartender. And I was so uncomfortable. It was such a bad day. And really, I'm gonna be honest, it really wasn't even a date past like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, because he was very handsy, very touchy-feely. He used we too much. We just met today. Like we just met last week. So there is no we.
That's love bombing. All that we.
And girl, and uh talking about, oh yeah, we should go here, we should go there. And I excused myself to the bathroom. And it was like funny enough, like a girl caught me in the corner and was like, you look so uncomfortable. I said, girl, I'm about to leave.
I need to get out.
I said, I need to get out. And I could not get out. Like they took me out a different way. Like I didn't even say bye. I
Oh,
just never came back.
you worse than me pouring out the shots.
Girl.
I would have, but honestly though, I think I would have left too. I would have left if I felt very uncomfortable. And I think in my 20s, I left a lot of dates. Um, so y'all know, we for those who don't know, I had my son early, right? Or just young, whatever you want to say. So a lot of times I used to say, well, my son is calling me, so I have to go.
Yeah.
Sometimes he did not call me. I just
A
used
lot of
to
times they don't call.
I used to exit. Well, I don't know. Mark was a different case. He would be like, when you coming home?" But sometimes, yeah. But anyway, I say that because that would be my exit ticket, right? Because
Hmm.
remember, I said these dating woes really happened in my 20s. I don't really have a lot of dating woes in my 30s, honestly, and I don't really have. And of course, I just turned 40, so obviously, I don't have none there either.
Yeah.
So I don't have any dating woes in those, but 20s for sure. So yes, I used to use, like him a lot, like
Yeah.
because I didn't want to be bothered. So we talked about the bad day. So what is like the best date you've had? Like a really, really good date. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's my dog in the bag.
We don't
And
hear
my
that dog. The best date that I have
the
had,
best date.
the best date that I have had. Oh, that's kind of tough.
Mm.
I'm trying to think. I've had like moments where I've experienced like a certain like I don't think I'm trying to think
You gotta
because
have one date that
because
sticks out.
technically, like out the box, I would just say the best, like what was supposed to be like a really bomb date, and I know like that date was expensive. Like
Mhm.
Oklahoma should have been like so much
A really
fun.
good date.
Like it
Yeah,
should have been, but like it was just this looming cloud of like you talk too much.
yeah.
I don't know if I've had experiences where it's been a breath of fresh air.
Okay, so talk about one of
I'll say
those.
that. But
Okay.
I don't think I've ever really been wine and dine like that, surprisingly. Like I know they're gonna think I'm lying. Like, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to think over the dates, and I've dated a decent amount, like I'm gonna say a healthy amount of men, where but I also know that like the LA dating experience, I mean, for the most part, it just gets expensive and pricey.
For sure.
Um, but I would say one thing, okay, so when I was dating the doctor, we had our withstanding like date day. And we would always go to the same spot, and they had these fire beef ass ribs. Now I'm gonna say it was probably more so the ribs than
That
it
yeah.
was the man, but baby, and they closed down, and it
That
was
yeah.
like in Westwood. It was oh my gosh, they had some really bomb, and I would always see Nicole Murphy there. But yeah, I would say it was probably more so the ribs because I be hungry than it maybe was the day. Like I enjoyed the company, but even I'm trying to think about, I think people get on my nerves too much. And then I just be
That's
like,
an
oh, I'm over
Aquarius.
this. And I'm like, okay, where it probably will reach that point, I
Mm-hmm.
could be like, oh, I'm over this. Like, you are annoying. And then there was this guy that like really, really liked me. I had this Portuguese boyfriend, and he was gonna take me to Catalina Island for the weekend. Cause he's like, oh my God, I can't believe you never gone. And he's like, it's like Italy, away from Italy, because it's so nice and peaceful, blah, 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 blah.
For sure.
And, but I didn't want to waste his time. And we tried to date twice, but
And it
he
didn't
didn't
work.
want children. And I was like in my late 20s.
Mhm.
And he was like 41 at the time. So he was like, his mom was made up. And so I remember him telling me that I had broken his heart again. But I just was like, but you don't want kids. So like, what are we doing? Like,
What are we doing? We talked
yeah,
about
like,
that. If you don't want children, if you don't want to maneuver your life so it can move, fit mine or vice versa,
mhm.
then why are we talking? Why are we
What are
having a conversation?
why are we talking? So I was just like, let's just end it now. That's like, but I would say I would have moments that, like I said, breath of fresh air,
Yeah.
things like that, where it was really dope for that moment in time. But I don't think I've ever, don't, I don't know. I can help like really say that I've been on this. Oh my gosh, like this. Wow.
This wild, amazing day.
Yeah.
So I
I would
think
say I've been on a date one time where the man asked me something about a particular person that was like on the TV that I didn't know. And I was like, did you go through my Instagram or something? Because the picture was down. And so like it made me choke because it threw me off. Like I was like, like sipping the champagne. I was like, why would he ask me if I know this person?
oh,
But yeah, that's it. I don't know.
okay.
What about you?
So for me, not necessarily a wine and dine experience because I've been wine and dine, but just like the experience, like the company, like the fun and the spontaneity. So I remember one time, this was probably like the cutest day ever. So one time, this guy had called me up. And so it was like 10:30 at night.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Hey, what you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing." But I was dating him, you guys. He wasn't like a rando. So I was dating him. And so I was like, "Nothing." And so he was like, "Okay, so let's get up and let's go get ice cream." Now we went to Clementine's, and Clementine's closed at 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So we got up and he picked me up and we went to Clementine's and got some ice cream. And I thought that was so, so cute. I did. I thought that was adorable. And so that was fun. So I've had moments like that, right?
Yeah, that's just like, yeah, cause like I would even say like back when me and my guy like first kind of started like dating,
Mhm.
like our schedules, and I had like gotten laid off not too much longer after we met. So I had like this free time like during the day. So he was more free in the day. And we would go on ice cream dates like that. And it would be like we haven't done that in years, and it's crazy.
Yes.
So now it's because our schedules are so polar opposite, and he does like he'll have a break kind of somewhere around like maybe 8 o'clock. So it might be 8 to like 11 or something, where he has this window where we can hang out. So we go to the movies a lot.
Yeah.
But I would say the best thing recently that we've done, we went to see Sinners together like multiple
Oh,
times.
yeah.
But yeah, because we really haven't had time. Like now we're like planning something to do, but outside of
Mhm.
that, girl, I
See,
don't know. And
sometimes, go ahead.
okay, because I also think we wrote as women, we sometimes romanticize things, and not that men are not out here whining, dining, and flying
I
on
was about to
private
say
jets or
that you
whatever.
kind of knew where I was going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, but I don't know, like in my everyday day-to-day life, uh, I don't think that's happened. But also, and if it has, I think maybe it's so normal to me too.
Yeah.
So maybe that's also a part of it. Like it's regular because also like I have, and not to compare things to like my homeboys. Like I've always had like a solid group of men that
Hmm.
always, like look out where you don't pay for things, and so it's normal to me. Where that's why I was so when this man asked me, I'm like, you done paid my rent, you done bought me Louboutins, you done paid like
What
and
is
you
going
talk about paying, you talk about paying
on?
so much,
$40? That's what pissed me off. Forty
$40.
dollars. $40. That's what pissed me off.
$40, girl. It was
$40.
crazy. It was crazy. I could not
Yeah.
believe it.
I feel that way too. I think sometimes women we fantasize some wine and dine, but
Hmm.
I've been wined and dined. I've been wined and dined, dressing up, time forwards, all the good things, whatever. But sometimes I'm telling you, those best dates are the ice cream ones that I just explained to you. Like those kind of the
Yeah,
like the cute ones, and you have so much fun. And it's just because I don't know. I don't know why they're so much fun. Maybe it's because it's a spur of the moment and you
yeah,
enjoying the person. So yeah, I've had those, or for me, I'm like a nature girly, earth sign. Hey. So so like if we go to the creek or like things like that, I'm like, oh wow, like you took me to water, like things like that. So
listen, I'm still trying to get a beach date, okay?
I'm shocked that you haven't had a beach date yet.
I have not gotten a beach
I
date.
love
Like
the beach.
I
I
have
love
never
it.
listen. I like simple stuff, but that's the thing. It's like I think people think it's like, oh, it has to be so elevated. I'm like, yo, like I would love like a beach date or something of the sort like that. Like go play putt putt or whatever, which
Like,
I've never done, by the way,
really?
and I've never done
I
putt
went to
putt.
Top Golf on a date, but I haven't played putt putt or
Yeah,
whatever.
I've been to Top Golf for the first time for my homegirl birthday last month. So
What?
it's not close like how it is in proximity. I had to drive far.
Calling me, calling me. I got a Top Golf date story. Okay. Because I've been up to Top Golf and I've been on Top Golf more than one for a date. So
But also that like I told you, that's where girls need to go and hang out because the homeboys be going out there to just kick it and hit the balls.
you did. Okay. So one time I was on this date and it was this guy and we were vibing. It was a cooler date or whatever. And so I was hitting, like golfing. I was hitting my balls, knew my stance and everything. Whatever. And so I went to the restroom. And so it was these three white guys who was in the next bungalow. And of course you
Hmm.
can tell that they golf and they just went to hang out. And so like I said, me and him was vibing. It was a cool little thing. And so then these white guys came and taught him how to like go, literally, yes, taught him how to golf, taught him how to hit the ball. Because they were like, she's better than you. I'm sorry. They were like, she's better than you. And I was like, eek, like,
Not
eek.
eek.
I was like, I don't try to be better, but I've been here before. So
Multiple times.
multiple
Multiple
times,
times.
so I know
Girl.
what to do.
Oh my gosh.
So
Listen,
yes, that was so funny. But I mean, he wasn't bothered by it. He just kind of talked. We laughed about it. It was a funny, funny
yeah.
moment between us. And they were just laughing. It was like, your ex-wife, that's what they were calling me. It was like, your ex-wife is better than you in golf. So yes. So
You're a
that's
mess, a
that's
mess.
our dating stories. I mean, dating is fun once you get past like the little ego and stuff.
But
You
that's part, but that's all a part of that. Bad dates are a part of
Mhm.
dating. Go. Don't believe in ghosting.
I don't
But
believe in ghosting
ghosting
nature.
is a but go it happens and you live like your summer fling, how it just fizzle out.
Girl,
Like
that's
things
it.
happen. It's all a part of dating so you can find the right person and then you make mistakes and you learn from them so you can perfect it, as you
Mhm.
go. You don't have to get it right the first time, but just have some damn sense.
Girl,
And
right
not
next
ask
time.
people to spend $12 for a salad.
Exactly. Get over yourself, bud. Pal.
Girl,
Bucko.
that's
So yeah,
listen.
I
Go
love
ahead.
it. So I'm gonna use this. We're gonna put this on Womanology because I thought this was a cool fun episode. Like, I don't know, like dating can be fun. I also feel like, it's an experience and you get to learn yourself more when you date more by
When you
different
date more.
perspectives of different people. And you really know what
Absolutely.
you want. Like you really know what you want. So that's how we get it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ria, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course.
Tell the people where they can find you on the social of networks.
Okay, guys. So you can find me Womanology underscore podcast. That's my IG. Um, my personal IG is Rhea underscore Dakota, but that's private. So I don't be liking a lot of people like that. But come on to Womanology podcast, Womanology underscore podcast IG. That's ours. We post a lot. I post a lot on that page. Um, yeah, I posted today, so I posted a lot on the page.
I got to get better at the posting on my podcast page. I
Yeah,
have a
I
game
try to do
plan.
stories. I try to at least do stories. So yeah.
Yeah, I have to do that. I have to do that. And y'all can find me uh Whiskey Soured on IG and Whiskey Sour wherever you podcast, on YouTube as well. That's connected to my St. Angeles account, and I'm St. Angeles wherever you social network, along with Everyone Needs an Aquarius, which is a part of the SOLC network. So please make sure y'all subscribe over there and share that as well with your friends. So thank y'all again for tuning in, and we will see y'all back here next week.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. Bye,
Thank you
y'all.
for